So guys, this is something really different out of the box for what I've been doing, and it's just about questions and answers. Me and Ben got together some questions that we've been asked through the years and through my podcast about all sorts of different topics. Um, it's only a small episode. I try to have a laugh with it, so a little bit of silliness in there as well. But yeah, enjoy. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that little bell for more content from me. Cheers.
So, what was the first question we had?
Um,
Oh, fuck it, Chris Packham.
you want to go straight for Chris Packham?
Yeah, let's go straight for the jugular.
And it was what was my opinion on
Yeah,
Chris.
Yeah,
Um,
the man's a cunt. Oh, I said that. You didn't say that.
yeah, I went in and I basically compared him to Jimmy Savile, didn't I? And I basically, I mean that in the sense that the BBC have an uncanny way of employing these people who are always really close to the mark. I also said about Jeremy Clarkson, and Jeremy Clarkson said a lot of controversial things, but he said it in a humorous manner, and it was very close to the mark. But this is the thing: Jeremy Clarkson didn't bleat out and say that gamekeepers are persecuting raptors and statements like that, which let's be honest here, that's sort of what Chris Packham is saying, and this is the thing. He's BBC are keep giving him, the spotlight and the airtime to say these things.
Did you see that post I put on Instagram? I'll read it out to you. So it's on campaign for protection of moorland communities, right? Whatever that page is, right? And it says, we recently pointed out that the RSPB managed scheme to eradicate stoats from Orkney
I did read that.
main islands.
I did read that.
Was considered many, and then it goes down there to say these non-target wasp names and about Chris Packham being hypocritical. But the best bit about that, do you know? I read something because I'd done an episode on that, and people have been smashing them traps up on Orkney main island, and they belong to the RSPB because they think they're gamekeepers. Amazing.
But that shows you what. So Chris again, he's got this idea into his head that all traps are bad and it's all run by gamekeepers, and gamekeepers are like the Antichrist to all wildlife, and it's not true. I think a lot of what we do is actually, I mean, it's been covered that it's proven that. Getting on top of the fox population around dabblers and waders and other ground nesting birds, it's been proven effective. And there's, I think, Charlie Jacobi's field sports. They covered that, didn't they? Where they had this lady in who's very in touch with everything that's going on, and she admitted, the fox populations they'll go along, they'll scoop them up. And they're now seeing an increase in snipe, and I think they said a lot about lapwings, the peewit, the green plover.
Yeah.
And they said that the knock-on effect of being on top of predator control is proven beneficial.
I was talking to somebody this morning, a little bit off topic, but I was talking to somebody this morning about, I want to do an episode about the beavers, okay? Not a porno, a proper...
Or the jacket.
Yeah, exactly. I'd read somewhere that there's still, the topic about releasing wolves is still ongoing in the UK, and it makes me smile because we were talking about how I got onto that subject was we were talking about foxes in cities, and I said, he said you got to shoot foxes, you got to come down here. There's loads, and we were talking about. I said I know of a company down there that do it. It's like £100 for the first fox to shoot it in your garden to kill it, and then after that it's like £20 a fox. Or 50 quid a fox or something. They had it 7 nights a week. And I said, it made me think the other night when I read this story about the wolves, and I thought, okay, you look at it in the US, like coyotes and wolves come into town a little bit and take dogs and cats and deaf and dumb people, and they I thought to myself, what? Okay, not tomorrow, but really, we say we release wolves today.
Yeah.
What's not to say in 10 years' time or 15 years' time, instead of wolves scouting, instead of foxes on the streets of London,
Yeah, wolves.
it's wolves, and they're coming into the house and attacking your kids. I know it's only small little niches, like of kids being attacked and bits and pieces like that, but it does happen, and it has happened. And
I mean, I truly believe that a lot of these people are pushing for rewilding foxes, rewilding wolves. If they saw a wolf in real life, and they were okay, I'm not saying I know. There goes the camera.
there goes the camera. It's all right. It's a dog rocking around inside, I reckon.
Do you know what? If I put a little pad on the top, that'll probably give it something to grip
I'll
onto.
put it on top of that feeder. I can move it. I just move it. It's only for back. It's only so I can put it on YouTube. Just
Background image.
background. Yeah.
Yeah, put it on top of. There's a
Jeez,
plastic.
I'll fucking kill
Yeah,
myself
be
with
careful.
them
There's holes.
I
everywhere.
had that yesterday and got killed. A fox print. Or was that a dog print?
What ones?
Both of them. Straight line.
No, I see. I thought that was a. I thought that was a. That one might be that cheap. Seeing that, look at the shape of that
No,
one.
that's pheasant.
No, that one is. But what about that one? Look how circular that one is.
Maybe. But this one here looks in a straight line. And this one.
That
yeah,
might
this
be
one
the
here's
dog, to be fair.
in a straight line. It's in
He
a
has-
straight line.
He has had a run around this morning.
Yeah, little git.
So yeah. Anyway, going back to this. Sorry, I'll start again. I truly believe that if someone was, they say that wolves are very shy and obviously, but with anything they grow with confidence. But I truly believe a lot of these people who want to rewild wolves, if they were inside a pen and actually appreciated the size of a wolf, because
It's not a dog, is it?
they
It's not a
are
Labrador.
they are huge.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and we're not talking, people see the nice side of foxes because they are generally smaller and quite cunning, and it's that, that stereotype of the cunning British fox. But they're not. When I see a black Alsatian, there's something about when I see a black Alsatian, I'm instantly weary.
You're racist, that's all.
No, it's not. There's something deep inside me that makes the hairs come up on the back of my neck when I
Racism.
see a really big dark Alsatian.
You watch
And
French porn.
I don't know what it is, but it's that. I mean, so in this country, I believe we can have there can be like a certain percentage of wolf in an Alsatian for it to be legal. It's like a hybrid,
Yeah.
and you see the size of them, and then you think of like a fully fledged apex predator in a pack, because it is a pack animal, roaming the British countryside. Let's get a grip, people. This isn't a particularly, Einstein Award.
Yeah. I saw a picture, I don't know where the hell I saw the picture, only recently, and I was talking to somebody about it as well. Bloody hell. Mine's gone blank. But, one of my podcasts, what's his name? Service UK, Dear People. They were saying that there's certain places like, it's like Poland or Bulgaria, somewhere over there where they've got wolves and they've hardly got any deer because like the wolves are predating on them. Yeah. And I then saw a picture not long after that of a wolf like retrieving a roe deer.
Oh, Paul Childerley posted it.
Yeah, he did post that one. That's it.
Paul Childerley posted that, and
it looks like a Labrador with a rabbit, doesn't it?
He commented saying "good retrieve."
Yeah.
And it was this roe deer, doe I believe,
Yeah.
folded up in this wolf's mouth, and it was carrying it along like you and I would carry our shopping.
Yeah, like a Labrador bringing a rabbit to you, isn't it?
Now, if that doesn't hit home,
yeah, no, I thought that
to everyone I mean, in my personal opinion, I'm soft. We've played God enough.
Yeah.
and the reason now that you and I have to go out and control the fox numbers and stuff is because that is now an apex predator, where in the past it wouldn't be. Now, I think we're really sort of shitting and stamping in it if we try to intervene again. You know, we've done the damage. We're sort of muddling through all rightish, in my personal opinion, and I believe that gamekeepers and true deer managers and people who are really in touch with the animals, they're the ones that you can rely on for solid information, because a lot of those professionals don't, they through choice, they don't want to kill animals. They just want to see the trees thrive, you know, crops protected. It's not about pulling the trigger. I don't understand why people have this outlook that we are trigger happy. I mean, if
I suppose because some people are, and it's again, it comes back to the whole social media thing. If people fucking left it alone,
yeah,
and I mean, I know you've got your the two different Instagram accounts for you because of what you get up to, and the same as me and my podcast. Everyone knows that I shoot and hunt, and because that's what I'm trying to promote.
Yeah.
But I don't need to put that dead fox on there that I've shot, or I've been ferreting all them rabbits, because people don't need to see that.
No, and a lot of people want to stay oblivious or naive to it, and this is a thing. If that's fair enough, and that's why we're mindful. However, we don't go out and target vegans for targeting us. No. So why is it the shooting community aren't pursuing vegan extremists, animal rights extremists, and posting images of them?
Yeah.
Because it's not fair. It's a two-way street. You don't go out calling out, and I know Dan Ford recently had trouble with it. And he's a nice. Do you know what? I've spoken to him. He's an ethical man. He's on my wavelength. If it doesn't need to be shot, leave it.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I've been saying that ever since you've known me, really. You know.
Well, this is the thing, Dan. Like I said, you and I, if it's not causing you a problem and it's not doing anyone harm. Even like Muntjac, I've been speaking to this gentleman on Instagram, Muntjac Mania, and we were all on the same wavelength. If they're not actually causing you a problem, which predominantly they are, and that's why you're seeing, you know, in social media absolutely inundated with images of Muntjac and mainly fallow deer, because let's remember this side of Essex is inundated with fallow deer and the damage they cause. So. Long way off topic on these wolves and stuff.
We've gone well off.
But I don't believe playing God is gonna.
No, exactly. And I'm the same. Though I wouldn't mind lumping into one, I suppose. Just for.
Yeah. So I mean, another question that come up was, do we think that the fox population has thrived because of COVID and because of lockdown, and you know, it has. Because people are feeling pressured. I'm not saying staying in is the wrong thing, but a fox will not stay in for COVID.
He ain't got his mask on, has he? He ain't shielding.
But this is what I'm saying. People have taken their foot off the gas, and they don't understand how we are in a very, very fine line of control. I don't even want to say it control, because I don't think we're ever going to get on top of the fox numbers, and people need to appreciate that. But
one thing I've noticed is because people are at home and walk around the countryside more, the hassle that comes with it is more.
Yeah.
And I know somebody who got a lot of grief from the first lockdown for shooting rabbits, but it needs to be done.
So again,
you can't tell me that somebody on the back of the truck shooting and someone driving isn't
socially distanced.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can. They have stated that for vermin and pest control, you can still go about your business in a safe manner, and it baffles me. We are the generation of phoning 101 now. We are long gone are the days of just going out with your decoys and carrying out crop protection. We are now, before you go shooting, 101, notify them, get a reference number, tell them when you're going to start, when you're going to finish, what sort of area, and it just saves wasting police time.
You've got cover all the time now, because too many do-gooders out there, and it comes back to the mobile phones and the social media thing. I know.
Again, you know, I truly believe.
So I'm going to put this on social media.
But it's different, Dan.
Yeah,
We're
no,
not
it
we're
is.
not here with two knives in our hands and dressing deer and stuff that people don't want to see. But the reality is there's nothing wrong with
No,
that.
I'm going to do that in 10 minutes' time.
But this is the thing. I understand why people do it because they want to normalise. It is normal. It is completely normal
Yeah.
to harvest and yield from your land.
I put a picture up on Instagram the other day saying nobody has seen a cave painting of a salad.
Well, no, they haven't.
You know, it's and if you want and that's if you want to be like it, you know. But
Yeah, if you want to stay naive to it, but don't go preaching when you can't see both sides of the gate. Like I said, I absolutely.
I think what's going to change in the future for us lot, especially in the UK, is pheasant shooting. I think that's going to go from big 300-400 bird days down to wild bird or little days.
Go on, I'll mix it up. I'm going to fire you a
Go on
question.
then.
Do you think game shooting will end in our lifetime?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. One, because technically pheasants aren't an native species.
Yep.
And we are releasing them. I think it's going to change massively because people are still going to want to eat pheasant. But you can't release quail now.
Do you know what makes me sad? That the thought of us having poultry farms with pheasants in it and the pheasants being reared inside, never seeing the light of day, pumped full of the same
That's the
shit.
thing that I've always said. So, okay, pheasant shooting, you disagree with it, right? We put down, I don't know what, 2,000 pheasants, 3,000 pheasants, whatever. A good year is only 40%.
Yeah.
So that's a big percentage having a happy free life.
Yeah.
Or getting eaten by foxes, and
Yeah.
badgers, cats, whatever else.
Stoats, otters.
Weagles. If you manage to get a nest off, a hedgehog might have them, and a squirrel. But that's only 40%, and that goes back into the food chain, or it should do. I know I've done an episode on people chucking game out and laybys, and that's ethically and morally wrong.
Correct.
And you know, most goes back into the food chain. There's companies out there giving them to charity, doing them for homeless. You know, there's good stuff that's happening with it. And not only that, it's good at high in protein. All the gym rats need to get on it. That's what we need. Educate the gym rats.
And again, so the byproduct of keeping that many pheasants, you know, the keeper doesn't every morning get his scales out. One pheasant will consume this amount. They chuck it in the back of the spreader. They go flying around. It feeds the songbirds.
Yeah.
It feeds a deer. The bigger picture is, especially as we're standing here now, and it's starting to snow more. I mean, what are the songbirds going to eat?
Yeah, and actually, that's my next thing I'm going to go. I'm going to go up to the shoot, up to mine, and record for getting wildlife in your garden.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Like, I mean, we're standing here. There's a robin bobbing around there somewhere or other. You can hear the geese in the background.
I don't hear some splashing, but there's swans trying to take off, thrashing about the water.
And that is the byproduct of a shoot, and not to mention the set asides, the game cover,
So much.
the planted hedgerows, everything has a knock-on effect.
Raptors so the pheasants can go. Oh no, we don't do that.
Fucking it, isn't it?
Do you know what? The bit that always makes me smile is when I started my first apprenticeship many moons ago now. My boss's father-in-law was there, and went, "Oh, look at all them birds on the bird tail." And my boss loved his small birds. He always had a canary in the house because he loved to hear it sing and that. And he just turned around and went, "Yeah, so we've got to put some more poison out, really." and it just, I smiled straight because I just knew where he was going with it, because all gamekeepers are murdering bastards and we kill everything. And you know, just that whole, and his face just dropped. But what? I said, "No, I'm joking. Come on, we'll get some more feeds and blocks out for him." And because that was February time when I started. It's just people's perception of actually what we do and who we are is. I suppose it's very media orientated. You know, the likes of Emmerdale hasn't helped us and stuff like that, because that's how people see gamekeepers.
Again, I'm really lucky that on my account that I have for all my friends and from all backgrounds and stuff, and one of the girls that follows me, and I'm really good friends with her. I think he's his fiance, and her name's Kiss, and she's a pescatarian. She knows what I do.
Yeah.
And she has her own rabbits. She knows what I do. but she understands.
Is that the one? Is the pescatarian the one that won't eat anything unless it's fallen from a tree?
Pescatarian is
That's fruitarian.
is vegetarian but will eat fish.
Ah, okay, yeah.
I
I
believe.
always think of when I think of these pescatarian and bits and pieces. I always think of Notting Hill, and that woman goes about I'm a fruitarian. Have you not seen it?
No.
Oh mate, so she's like, I'm a fruitarian, and he goes, what's that? And he says, oh, I eat things that have fallen from a tree.
Yeah.
He goes, so these carrots? Yeah, they've been murdered. Right? And I always think of that when anyone
Tickles
talking
ya.
about Notting Hill. There you go.
What other questions
What
did
there
we
was a
have?
question? There was one. So, what would you rather do, decoy or roost
Roost
shoot?
shoot. And I said to you, I'd rather decoy. And the reason for that is if you're starting out, roost shooting is punishing.
Yeah.
You need to be, your gun mount needs to be absolutely perfect.
Usually for me, off the hip. Fuck it, it's one.
Gun mount needs to be perfect. Eyesight as a whole needs to be pretty good. Decoying for me, I'm lucky I shoot with a bloke called Andy. We all call him Andy Pigeons or Pidge. He does a lot of reconnaissance for us all. He knows where they are. He knows what crops they're damaging, and you know, Dad had a day with him with 402.
Jesus.
I
I had 20 one day.
I've had a couple of 100s with him and stuff like that. But that's the thing. I think a lot of people will go decoying and they'll make the mistake of decoying on like rape, where they all come in a big cloud. They have one shot and they never see him again. Roost shooting is very rewarding.
Yeah, if you get in the right place.
But it's brutal.
Yeah. I have to say, like down here, this is what I want. I wish I could get some permission down here on water like this.
On
because
splash.
I just miss bringing ducks in. There's an art to it. It's like the whole night sight thing. There's an art to shooting a fox in the lamp. The same it is as calling ducks into a splash and bits and pieces. There's an art to it. You start doing things artificially with a night sight, and it just takes the fucking fun out of it.
I'll ping you a question.
Go on in.
How do you feel about people who rear ducks for a game shoot and they push them off a pond?
I hate it, and I've had to do it. I've done it for my last proper keepering job. I had 300 duck on a pond, and I used to fucking hate sending the bloke down there to push them off.
Again,
I reared them, and they're so stupid.
So the thing for me is we don't put duck down. We never have, and we never will.
No.
I am very. I'm going to upset some people. I am against it 100% because
No, mate, I understand.
they just go round and round.
This is what this is about. It's only our opinion. We're not the law on this.
But this is the thing. They just go round and round. They're so desperate to get back to that bit of water you've just pushed them off, and they just keep going round and round. And to me, that is the definition of fish in a barrel.
Yeah, no, and that's the sort of thing that's putting us and what we love in jeopardy. But then again, that's like the US have got it right with that public land and various bits they can get on, where people can go and do it and enjoy it. And in the UK, we can't do that, which is a shame. But I will this year. I've got to get under some ducks and some geese and work it, not just get under them. You know.
Do you know what? It's like the podcast with your granddad. Your granddad was absolutely smitten if he went and shot 4 pink.
Yeah.
He was absolutely, and he recalled it on your podcast like it was yesterday.
Yeah, and he was just excited about the day, like the muck-ups. So, like the doctor, for instance, who didn't put the cartridges
in, just went click click.
Yeah, you know, and
the
he was,
devastation.
Yeah, he was just excited about that as he was about getting under him. You know, he went 14 times on the marsh without getting a duck or a goose.
Again, and the marshies like that still to this day.
Yeah.
And
that's all like working it, and that's what I love.
Lewis, who I shoot with, he still goes down there regularly, and I know that a lot of the wildfowlers from Little Oakley wildfowlers have all agreed that they won't go down there during lockdown. They'll give the ducks a break when the weather's adverse. They give them a chance, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah,
they are true. They are wild birds.
I'm going to leave it there, and we'll do another one that's 20 odd minutes, so that'll do.
So that was question time. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did recording that. It worked really well. I didn't know how it was going to work. So like I said before, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the bell, and please comment. Those 3 things mean a lot to me because it just helps me push my views, my content out there to people that don't really understand what we're up to. So thank you very much. Till next time, stay safe, get safe.